All right, so the process of growing mushrooms at Hodgins Harvest starts right here with this contraption. We have sawdust pellets in this side. It's hardwood sawdust, and there are supplement pellets on the other side. We use either soybean hulls or oat screenings that are pelletized. They go into these two hoppers. Water is being fed into this right here. And we have a foot pedal that's operating off of compressed air. So you just take a grow bag, put it under here, and it gives you the correct amount of pellets and water. Just like that. So now we're going to let this thing absorb, and then we're going to fold it up and put it in our sterilizer. All right, so we have this bag. It's got sawdust, a bunch of nutrients in it, and there's also millions or billions of mold spores because they're floating around in the air all the time. So it's going to go into our steam sterilizer. This is a 300-gallon cow trough. And we basically pack it full of these bags, and we pipe a whole bunch of steam into here. And the point is to raise the temperature of these blocks to above 200 degrees, hold it there for about 8 to 12 hours, and that's going to kill off all the mold spores that are in the bag so we can inoculate it. So once we've got the sterilizer full of blocks, we steam it with this 30-gallon stainless steel drum. There's a float valve in here. It's keeping the water level right about there. And there's just a big propane burner under here. So we're creating a whole bunch of heat, creating a bunch of steam in here, and it's pushed out through a silicone hose, and it goes into this this big 300-gallon cow trough, steams the blocks. And when they're done, we take them out of here, and we go into the lab with them. All right, once the blocks are cooled down, we bring them in here in the lab. So this is a laminar flow hood. It's blowing out essentially sterile air, and this is spawn. This is the equivalent of seed in the mushroom business, and we're going to inoculate this block with some of this spawn. So I'm opening the bag. It's been sterilized in here. All the mold spores are killed off, and I'm opening the bag right in front of the flow hood so that only clean air gets into the bag. I'm putting a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on my hands and on the edge of the bag. Alright, I'm using a half cup of spawn. And then I'm going to seal the top of the bag off. So now we have some mushroom mycelium in the bag in a completely sterile environment, all the right nutrients that it needs, and it's ready to go into incubation. All right, we have this bag. It's been fully mixed. All those grains of spawn are mixed kind of evenly throughout the bag, and we're going to put it in our incubation shed in here. We keep it about 70 degrees in this shed, and after about 2 to 4 weeks, the mycelium will colonize and take over the bag. And it'll look like that, white, fully white and colonized, and then we know it's ready to go into our grow rooms. All right, we're here in the grow room. It's about 90% humidity. We like to keep it in the 60s in here year-round if we can. And this is where the final stage of growing mushrooms happens. And we take this bag that is all fully incubated. I'm gonna cut the corner to let the air out, fold it down, and then we'll put it on one of these racks, and we'll slice a hole in it. And the mushrooms are gonna grow out of that hole. So here you see some lion's mane growing, some oyster mushrooms. These are ready to harvest today. We've got some black poplar over here, AKA piapini. And there are some chestnut mushrooms hiding under here, which are pretty cool looking. So from here, we harvest them. They go out to farmers markets, restaurants, stores, and the process is done.